Hi, I'm Ray, ChubbyRay Comics. I don't buy single issues, I buy trade paperbacks, I buy omnibuses. I love collected editions, I love talking about them. And today, I'm going to continue my brand new series, DC versus Marvel Rankoffs. It's not two heroes who's going to win in a fight. It's not power scaling or YouTube rage bait. What DC versus Marvel Rankoff is about writing, legacy, moral impact, relationships, villains, leadership, and how the characters function inside their worlds. We deal with it all on DC versus Marvel Rankoff. Today's matchup, two of the greatest characters of all time. Men who define their entire publishing companies. These characters just aren't heroes, they're ideals. It's Superman versus Captain America. Category number 1. What they represent. Let's start at the core. Superman represents hope. Not hope as a slogan, not hope as an action. He believes people can be better, even when they prove him wrong. Captain America, he represents duty, not blind patriotism, but moral responsibility. Steve Rogers stands when others fall, even when it cost him everything. Now, both characters lead by example, both characters reject power for power's sake, and both characters value people over accolades. When it comes to this category, I've got to say it's a tie. Both characters, Superman and Captain America, are moral North Stars, just pointed in slightly different directions. Category 1, tie. Category number 2, origin and time displacement. Captain America lived during World War II. He saw fascism rise. He saw real evil. He was involved in a real war. Then he was frozen. Basically hibernating, frozen in ice. He was awakened decades later, having lost everyone and everything he knew. Superman's displacement is quieter, but just as powerful. He didn't wake up in a new time. No, he traveled to it. As an infant, he left the planet Krypton, a planet he remembered hardly anything from. He was placed into a ship and traveled millions of miles in space. He carried the weight of a dead world he didn't even know. Here's the difference. Steve Rogers remembers his world. Every day he mourns what he had and what he lost. And he mourns it because he sees a modern world against his beloved world of the past. Kal-El never knew his world, and he has to build a new one. But only one was raised on a new world. And only one, even though he was born on a completely different world, considers the modern world his own. That's why I have to give this category the winner of this round, Superman. Category 3, decency and moral superiority. This might be the most important category. Both Superman and Captain America believe people matter. All people. They believe all people are equal. They believe ideals are worth defending. Both Superman and Captain America believe all people are equal and deserve defending. Whether you're a poor person, whether you're a rich person, whether you're a black person, or you're a white person. Whether you're a powered person or a billionaire or someone sleeping in the tent community, they believe everyone is equal. They believe ideals are worth defending. They believe decency matters. And they believe power must be restrained. Neither hero seeks praise. Neither hero seeks control. But here's the difference. Captain America expects better of people, even when he's disappointed. Superman believes better of people. Captain America expects better of people and is often disappointed. Superman believes better of people, even when he's disappointed. Steve Rogers fights because the world should be better. Superman protects because the world can be better. Both heroes are decent. Both heroes are idealistic. But Superman's optimism is sustaining. Captain America's is exhausting. Winner of this round, Superman. Category number 4. Family, love, and emotional anchors. This is where the characters truly start separating. Superman has a longtime partner and wife in Lois Lane. He has a child. He has the entire Superman family. Superman has a future. Lois isn't a weakness. She's an equal. She challenges Clark. She grounds him. She reminds him of what humanity actually looks like. Superman allows her love to strengthen him. Superman's child, John Kent, worships his father. But his father doesn't demand worship. He just loves his son. He loves his family. He loves all members of the Superman family. Now, Captain America. Steve Rogers is, by nature, all alone, and he always has been. Now, there's Sharon Carter. And yes, there have been relationships. There was even a child during Rick Remender's run, remember? But none of it sticks. Steve Rogers always returns to being a soldier, a symbol, and sacrifice. Captain America readily gives up happiness because he believes his duty demands it. That's extremely noble, but it's also very tragic. Winner of this category, Superman. Whew, not looking good for Steve Rogers. Let's move on to category number 5, villains. Both characters have elite villain galleries. Captain America has Red Skull, Zemo, ideological enemies that represent corruption, tyranny, and misuse of power. Superman has Lex Luthor, Brainiac, Darkseid, villains who challenge him physically and philosophically. Here's the key difference. Captain America fights evil ideas. Superman fights evil that believes it's right. Lex Luthor isn't just a villain, he's humanity's insecurity weaponized. The Superman Rogues Gallery is an intense, powerful group of villains that go up against an intense, powerful hero. Captain America's villains are intense on evil, and they go up against a man who has a powerful duty to protect all of mankind. The winner of this category, Superman. Wow, this is starting to look like a slaughter. Let's move on to category 6, interactions with other heroes. This category is going to matter more than people think. Let's look at Superman with Batman. Restraint versus paranoia. Trust versus preparation. Ideals versus contingency. Superman often defers to Batman, not because he's weak, because he understands that leadership isn't exactly dominance. Now let's look at Captain America with, say, Iron Man. Their ideological clashes. Control versus freedom. Their Civil War defining legacies. Steve Rogers is a field leader. He commands respect. He confronts his peers when necessary. While in the Avengers, no one has ever considered anyone but Steve Rogers to be in charge. Even times when there's someone else that's officially the leader, they still default to Steve Rogers to make all their decisions. Superman is not the leader of the Justice League. Never has been. He's the most powerful member, but not the leader. But how important is leadership? Do you have to be in charge to be the best part of interacting heroes? All I know is both these heroes are awesome when it comes to interactions. That's why this category ends in a tie. Both heroes are elite leaders. They just do it with different styles. Category 7. Captain America has had incredible runs. I mean, let's face it, that Ed Brubaker Captain America run, it's awesome. I read all 5 omnibuses once a year. I just love that run. He's had powerful, legendary arcs. Whether it's a Mark Gruenwald era, the Stan Lee era, the Jack Kirby era, the Mark Waid era, Rick Remender's crazy era, even Nick Spencer's run, and Ta-Nehisi Coates. That was another great run and another great era. But Captain America has had some great consistency of greatness over time. Now let's look at Superman. Superman has evolved. He's modernized. He went from faster than a speeding bullet and being able to leap tall buildings. He went from that, and of course the geeky reporter known as Clark Kent, to now a modern hero that represents greatness for all of us. He went from a superhero whose personal life was masked with a secret identity and an intentional clumsiness and awkwardness with nobody in his life, to a man who's married with a family he loves and a wife he adores. He's certainly evolved greatly, but he's remained fundamentally intact. When Captain America breaks, he often has to be rebuilt. When Superman is challenged, here comes that word again, he adapts. He adapts without losing himself. And I know Superman has died once, and Captain America has died how many times? Consistency over time, it's gotta go to Superman. Now let me be clear, I love Captain America. I really do. I just told you, I love to read that Ed Brubaker run once a year. I love it so much. Even the craziness of the Rick Remender run when he's living in a whole different dimension, I enjoy that. Even the aged run where he's like 90 years old, I liked it. Steve Rogers, if not the greatest, he's one of Marvel's greatest all-time heroes. He represents sacrifice, integrity, and moral courage. But Superman, well, Superman represents something more rare. Superman represents the belief that power doesn't corrupt, hope isn't naive, and goodness can always endure. Captain America shows us how to stand. Superman shows us how to live. Therefore, the winner of the rank-off, in pretty sweeping fashion, is Superman. He's the greatest of all of us, and I think in these rank-offs, we're going to find out that Superman might be the best of all time. But don't get me wrong, I do love Captain America. So I give this one to Superman. But now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. Do you agree? Maybe, do you think Captain America deserved to win this? I'm fine if you do. In fact, I want to hear your reasons why. Do you think Superman earned it? Did I unfairly give this thing to Kal-El and not Steve Rogers? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't the end. I'm going to be doing a lot of these rank-off episodes. This whole thing is building towards more rank-offs, deeper comparisons, cooler heroes, cooler battles, and eventually the Justice League versus the Avengers. And trust me, it's gonna be wild. Also, coming up soon, we're gonna have Nightwing versus Spider-Man. I can't wait to do that one. Hey, if you like this format, if you like the DC versus Marvel rank-offs, do me a favor. Hit the like button so the algorithm knows that you guys like this series. If you want early access to any of these ChubbyRay Comics videos, make sure to become a member. And super thanks, as always, are appreciated. I hope you guys liked this video. I had a blast making it. All right, I'm ChubbyRay. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video.